The war in heaven was over, but there were no victors, only survivors. The old ones were gone. Their creations, the Eldar, the Krog, and countless others, left to wander a broken galaxy. The Necrons stood triumphant, but their victory was hollow. The Necrons had achieved immortality, but it was not the eternity they had envisioned. Their bodies were indestructible, their minds were not. Biotransference had dulled their souls, bound their wills. They had become slaves, not to the Satan alone, but to their own soulless shells. Once, the Necrontyr had raged against death. Now, they envied it. In time, the Necrons turned their gaze upon their so-called gods. The Satan, beings of living energy, worshipped, feared, despised. The star gods had used the Necrontyr as pawns, stripped their souls, devoured their lives, and now the Necrons rebelled. The Necrons had forged the bodies of the Satan, and now they unmade them. With weapons of unimaginable power, devices designed to fracture reality, they shattered the Satan into fragments. Some were destroyed entirely, most were broken into shards, slivers of their former selves, imprisoned within Necron dynasties. The gods had become weapons, servants, and prisoners of the very beings they once ruled. But the damage was done. The fabric of reality had been torn. The warp, once calm and flowing, now raged with storms and raw emotion and madness. In their desperation, the Old Ones had awakened something they could not control. The birth cries of chaos echoed across the stars. Though nameless, though formless, the seeds of the great powers had been sown. With their enemies gone, their gods shattered, and the galaxy in ruin, the Necrons faced eternity in a universe that no longer had a place for them. They made a choice. They would sleep. Beneath countless worlds, they built stasis tombs, immense mechanical catacombs where they would rest for 60 million years. They would wait for the galaxy to heal, for the warp to calm, for reality to be theirs once more. But time is cruel. The galaxy did not heal. It mutated. It rotted. The warp grew ever more turbulent, and from its depths, the great powers took shape. The seeds planted in the war in heaven had blossomed into horrors the Old Ones never imagined. The demonic, the warp-spawned, the gods of chaos, all owe their existence to a war fought before time was measured. And yet, echoes in the war in heaven remained, in the silent tomb worlds, in the ancient ruins of the Old Ones, in the scars across the stars. The galaxy has forgotten the war in heaven, but the Necrons have not. One day, they will awaken. One day, they will rise, and the war that shattered reality will begin anew. The war in heaven never truly ended. It is only waiting.